Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Dr. Stone Season 3, Episode 9, an episode packed with genius strategy, high-stakes risks, and one shocking moment after another. From Senku's brilliantly coded message to the risky decision of handing Medusa to Zeno, this episode had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. And just when you think things are going smoothly, boom, a gunshot changes everything. Let's break it all down. Episode Summary. A battle of wits and survival. This episode was all about strategy, deception, and trust. Here's a quick rundown of what happened. Luna is now fully aligned with Senku's group, struggling with her past loyalties but ultimately choosing to stay. Senku, knowing that Zeno is incredibly intelligent, decides to communicate with his allies using a coded message that only native Japanese speakers could understand. In a shocking move, Senku hands over Medusa to Zeno, believing that it's safe since no one has been able to activate it, but was this really a good idea? Just when things seem to be going according to plan, Stanley fires a shot, and Senku is suddenly taken out of commission. Before collapsing, Senku manages to send one last coded message, Chrome, but why did he choose that name? This episode had everything: science, mind games, and a moment that could completely change the war. Senku's coded message, outsmarting Zeno with the Iroha cipher. One of the smartest moments in this episode was how Senku managed to hide his message in plain sight. Pushpin, how did he do it? He used the Iroha cipher, an old Japanese system of organizing characters. Here's the key difference. In English, we have a standard A to Z alphabet order. In modern Japanese, characters are often arranged as A, I, U, E, O. But Iroha is an entirely different order, based on an ancient Japanese poem. Irohanio hedo chirinuruo wakayotareso tsunenaramu. Microscope. Why was this so smart? Zeno knows some Japanese, but he's not a native speaker. The Iroha ordering is obscure, even to some modern Japanese people. Senku knew that Zeno's intelligence was useless without cultural context. Light bulb. This wasn't just science, it was psychological warfare. Senku played to Zeno's blind spot, proving once again why he's a strategic genius. Handing Medusa to Zeno, smart move or huge mistake? The most controversial moment in this episode? Face mask. Senku willingly gives Medusa to Zeno. At first, this seemed like a calculated decision. No matter how many times Senku's team experimented with it, Medusa wouldn't activate. Senku trusts Gen to manipulate the situation if things get dangerous. Zeno is a genius, but even he might not crack Medusa's mystery. But let's be real. Thinking face, what if Zeno figures something out that Senku missed? Zeno understands scientific principles at an elite level. He might approach Medusa from a completely different angle. What if he finds a way to activate it before Senku does? This moment felt like a chess move with major risks. Senku trusts that Zeno is just as lost as he is, but what if he's wrong? This decision could either be Senku's smartest move, or his biggest mistake. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Why did Senku's final message say, Chrome? Right before collapsing from Stanley's gunshot, Senku manages to send one last coded message. And the name he chooses? Chrome. This was one of the most intriguing moments of the episode. Pushpin. So why Chrome? Theory 1. Chrome is the only one who can lead the scientific counterattack. With Senku injured, Chrome is the only one who understands scientific principles well enough to fight back. He might not be as experienced, but he's proven himself to be a fast learner. This could be Senku's way of saying, you're up next, Chrome. Keep the science going. Theory 2. Chrome was also a tactical distraction. If the enemy intercepted the message, they might not immediately understand its importance. The name seems random, which could buy the Kingdom of Science extra time. It confuses Zeno and Stanley, making them waste time analyzing something meaningless. Personally, I think it's both. Light bulb. Senku trusts Chrome's abilities, but he also knows that a seemingly meaningless name could throw off the enemy's strategy. This just proves how brilliant Senku's thinking is. Even while bleeding out, he's still planning 10 steps ahead. Final thoughts. Dr. Stone's genius mix of science and strategy. This episode was a perfect blend of science, mind games, and tension. Bullseye key takeaways. Senku's Iroha Cipher was a masterclass in psychological warfare. Handing Medusa to Zeno was a risky gamble that could change everything. Senku's final message to Chrome showed both trust and strategic thinking. This is what makes Dr. Stone so unique. It's not just about cool science. It's about how science, intelligence, and human psychology interact in real-world conflicts. And that's what keeps me hooked. Fire next episode is going to be insane. Can't wait to see what happens next. Fire.